We're going to talk to Colm De Ris, who is an incredible potter and that has brought us an exclusive color, beautiful pottery right from Ireland. We're going to first talk about this beautiful stoneware serving bowl. Now, here's the problem with this one. We only have 500 to choose from. So it's already very limited. If the second it catches your eye, please check out of your cart. Normally it's $212. We're at $174.98. Because of the nature of the bowl, we're not able to bring very many in stock. It's H483962 is your item number. But Colm is joining us. Colm, it's so good to have you part of the show. Come on in. The potter himself. It's good to see you.
Patrick's Day. How are
Tracy,
you?
Jane Tracy warned me not to shake your hand.
Oh, don't.
Because
no.
as a potter, he's got very strong hands.
Yeah,
you are
I do,
the potter of this brand,
Yeah.
and you've brought us pieces over the course of years. It's been some time since we've seen you, so
Yes.
we're so happy to have you back.
I'm delighted to be back. Thank you. It's been way too long.
It's been too long. Your pieces are beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
The colors that you use are exclusive to us. You almost curate these just for our QVC customer. But share with us a little bit about the design that you use. What inspires your design, specifically in this serving bowl?
Well, the original inspiration was ripples in water and the way they cascade out and they rise up. And you can feel that in every single piece. If I take this piece beside you over here, and you can see in between both of them how, if you can see the shimmer and the lines and the rings in them, and particularly on the outside, you can see how all those ripples are coming through from my fingers pushing the clay upwards and outwards.
That's amazing. So that's because when you're forming this, because of your hands, creates that shape.
Yeah, and it's formed on a wheel, so that every single one of them is absolutely, totally and utterly unique. So even if you compare the two colors in here, you can see that this coloration is different to that one because of the way the crystals form in the cooling cycle. So this cools over 24 hours, and during that time, depending where they are on the kiln, they'll form their own crystals and their own crystalline pattern. Yeah,
I learned from our very sweet Jane Tracy, who has owned your pieces for many years. She's like, I've had them sitting in my home as decorative pieces. These go beyond decoration. You can actually eat, and these are food safe.
They are totally food safe. You can put them in the dishwasher, you can put them in the microwave. They're extremely robust, and they're also a very nice, decorative, beautiful item to have in your home.
I mean, use it as your fruit bowl. You know, we always have apples and bananas and mandarin oranges in our house, so there's always a bowl sitting out. What if you make it something beautiful and decorative that's been made in Ireland, that has this beautiful handcrafted touch to it? The bowl itself is very generous. It's 12.5 inches by 12.5. So you've got and I like how it's kind of fluted almost at an angle. So if it was like a big pasta dish,
also like it's floating on the table.
Yeah.
And also each one is like hand turned, so that underneath then you've got my stamp at the bottom, so you have made in Ireland.
That's
and
amazing.
Then you have Colm De Ris with a little shamrock in there as well.
How long have you been working on a potter's wheel?
I started when I was 7, up in the Dublin Mountains. Yeah, very, very young, and I've been doing it all my life ever since.
Here, let's take a look and talk about that process, because I had the honor one time of working at a potter's wheel with the kids that I nannied for. We took an art class. It was a disaster, but look with such ease. I mean, it truly is an art.
Here it is, yeah. This is me making it at the wheel there. And it's a pleasure. And for me, every time that I'm actually able to make one of these, it is something that I do with love. Like, I love the experience, and you can see the ridges there as it grows up and becomes part of the actual overall finished product as the kidney's finishing off the inside there. And that's a stoneware clay, so I fire that to 1,300 degrees Celsius, right? And I think something that's way up there in Fahrenheit. So that makes it the strongest ceramic you can possibly buy. And one of the beauties of these bowls as well, that you mightn't know, is that each one has its own individual tone. So if I was to ring this one, and if you put yours in the flat of your hand and ring your one, and I guarantee you every single one, when they get them at home, will have their own individual tone. It's like a one-note musical instrument.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's
they're
amazing.
beautiful. They're absolutely stunning pieces and totally unique and works of art. And there are not so many to go around. You know, and I really believe that anyone who gets one of these will always cherish it.
It is a treasure. When my dad used to be a commercial airline pilot, and he would fly to Dublin, and he would always bring my mom home. Usually it was a piece of crystal, and completed a full collection. And now my mom has this set, my dad has since passed, that we can still use those pieces. We can still incorporate them into our holiday traditions, an everyday meal with the kids, or it's a big mac and cheese or a big pasta dish or a fresh salad that's at your dinner table. That's the type of pieces you're stepping into. This treasured tradition, a heritage piece that will be passed on That's amazing.
And also,
Colm De
inside,
Ris.
you have the Triskel, which is the oldest symbol in Ireland. It's carved into the entrance of the
That's
New
right in the
Grange
center.
Monument. And that symbol goes back over 5,000 years. And it's representative of life, love, rebirth, of the harvesting cycle, and ancient
Beautiful.
religious rituals that were carried out at the time. So it's actually where our story begins. And I have that carved into every single piece as well.
We don't have very many of these to go around. No wonder. He's been busy. There's only about 450. Be sure to secure yours. It's $174.98. So that's our beautiful bowl, that 12.5-inch diameter. But we do have the platter available as well. Same properties, like when you think of dishwasher safe,